My friend, last week I started my summer to fall decorating transition and I started in my dining room. Now, if you missed that video, I'll make sure to put a link down below. But today I'm going to start working on other areas of my home. I'm going to work a little bit in my living room and then maybe our sitting room, definitely my kitchen table, and then maybe one other place. But before I get into that, I wanted to share with you that I spent a full marathon thrifting shopping day yesterday. I went to 4 different thrift stores, and let me tell you, by the end, I was wiped out. But I was looking for some new to me fall decorations, things that I would hopefully be able to integrate into what I currently have, and then pull in the deep plum tones that I'd started with in my dining room. I really want to try to integrate that color a little bit more around the house, kind of pull everything together. So let me share with you what I saw, and then I'm going to show you what I brought home, and then we're going to start decorating. I'm Nicole with the door on the table. Let's go. This is my first stop of the day, and I've never been to this Goodwill before, so I really didn't know what to expect. And let me tell you, I was blown away at how much stuff there was. Take a look at this vase. I don't know about $14.99 for it, but I love the shape. And this cute little wire Ferris wheel, I was honestly obsessed with it. I couldn't believe how it worked and how it had the little rocking chairs. It would be so cute as part of a vignette. Honestly, there was so much stuff, I was a little overwhelmed at first. I quickly realized I was going to be doing some digging if I wanted to find anything at this store. Look at this cute little wooden bud vase. I think this is absolutely adorable. I think $3.99 is a little pricey, but when you get a purple half off day, that would be a pretty good deal. Unfortunately, today is not purple at half off. Today, green is half off and tan is 30% off. The handles on this basket caught my eye, and I love blue and white. I also wasn't too sure if this was Polish pottery, but I'm pretty positive it's not. I held on to it for a while, and then when I was really looking at it closely, I noticed that some of the material that was used to make it was missing, and this bright green plastic was showing through. And since it's something I can't really fix, I did end up putting it back. I mentioned I was on a mission to find fall decor, which also includes anything tableware related. And look at these plates. These are so retro. I'm assuming from the 1950s. I love the colors, the red with the pink and the taupey brown. They could go either for spring or for fall, which is one of the reasons why I really like them. Plus their green tag, which means half off, so not $2, but $1 a piece. I was seriously considering them, but there was only 4 plates and 2 salad plates and 2 bowls, so there weren't enough pieces for me to be able to make it work on a table setting. These candle holders definitely speak to fall. And I like the colors and the idea of the wheat, but $3.99 each, and there's 3 of them. That's a little bit more than I think I want to spend. Okay, this bowl definitely has that deep plum color, but there's way too many chips and scratches on it. So it was a definite no. Bundles of wheat like this definitely scream fall. But all I kept thinking of when I was holding it is how easy it would break apart and how hard it would be for me to make sure I stored it and had it last. Plus, for $6.99, that seems a little pricey to me. If you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments down below. Oh my gosh, I love, love, love this pheasant and love the muted rustic colors of it, the simplicity, how it's kind of understated. I was about to put it in my cart and then I saw the price at $7.99 and I decided to put it back. It just felt a little pricey for a thrift store item. This teacup is absolutely gorgeous. Not only the design on the outside, but take a look at the inside. I was seriously obsessed with this teacup. I mean, the price is great. I noticed a tiny chip on the bottom. Then I noticed inside that there's an actual hole that's beginning to appear. Ugh, it broke my heart to put this back, but I was not going to buy it in that condition. All right, now we're at the second Goodwill store, and this is another one I've never been to before, so I really didn't know what to expect. Unfortunately, it was very underwhelming, not nearly the selection of the first one. If you're familiar with any of my videos, you know I love tablewares and table settings. I saw these brown plates, which I honestly don't have a set of brown plates, so I was really interested in them. I like the color, they're in good condition, but the price, that's way too much to spend at a thrift store for IKEA dishes. These little cups, oh my gosh, I became obsessed with them. I was thinking what espresso, or maybe you could do a fun dessert in them. They totally give off that 70s vibe. I'm really wondering if these were handmade. There's only 5 of them, but the matching plate, oh my gosh, I could totally see these with a little drink and a plate of cookies. Too freaking cute. I'm always on the hunt for good quality cotton and linen napkins. These are definitely them. Check it out. They're from Pottery Barn, 100% linen. The price is good. I already have orange ones like these, so I'm going to pass on them. I really hope somebody snatches them up today since it's a green tag half off. That's a steal. Speaking of a steal, look at the price on these napkins, $2.99. They're obviously linen, they're obviously vintage, and I think I count 8, it might even be 12 of them. Gosh, I have so many of these. I'm gonna pass, but I really hope somebody realizes what a good price this is and brings them home and starts using them. Okay, now I'm at the third thrift store, which I forgot to video coming into it. There's definitely more at this one than there was at the second one. the colors in this bowl are so representative of fall with the brown speckles and then the flowers with the light and the deep orange. It's so pretty. I kept thinking it looked familiar. And then I realized there's the picture right behind me that has the exact same design. The two go together. Somebody separated them. But can you imagine using either the pitcher or the bowl for your fall decorations? I mean, the pitcher, you could put flowers in. The bowl, you could have filled with gourds or maybe even mini pumpkins. Or you could just have both of them together sitting on your counter. Okay, so these plates are the reason why I love to thrift. Look how gorgeous they are. And then when I turn them over, they're hearth in hand for $3.99 each. That is a great deal. And there's 8 of them. Now, I don't need them, but somebody is totally going to score when they find these. I need to tell you, I did go to a 4th thrift store, but there was nothing worth videoing. So unfortunately, I'm not sharing anything from that store with you. I definitely had a lot of fun thrifting yesterday, but I did not come home with a huge haul, but I want to share with you what I did pick up. The first thing were these cabbage leaves. I love these faux cabbage leaves. To me, they look so realistic, and the way they feel, if they're thick, they don't have that cheap plastic feel to them. They were just $1.99, which I think is an amazing price for this faux cabbage leaves. They don't scream fall by any means, and I'm not planning on using them today. I really am planning on holding on to them until spring and incorporating them in my spring decorating and probably Easter tablescape. So you won't see them today, but you will definitely see them sometime in the future. The second thing I brought home was this vase. I love the shape and the size of this vase. On the bottom, it says it's from Restoration Hardware, and they were asking just $4.99 for it, which I thought was a really good price for this vase. It's not black, it's not brown, it's kind of in between those two colors. I don't know if I'm going to end up using it today in my decorating. I definitely have an idea for Halloween though. So if you don't see it by the end of the video today, definitely keep your eyes peeled for my Halloween videos, because I'm sure it'll make an appearance then. But the next thing I brought home was this little ladder. I fell in love with this ladder. I have an idea. I've already got a vision for it. I'm not going to be using it today, but I have a DIY plan, and I'm going to be doing a Trash to Treasure DIY video in the next 2-3 weeks. Keep your eyes peeled for it, because this will definitely be part of it. It was just $2.99, which I think is an okay price. I mean, I don't know. I think it could have been a little less, but I also know that you can't make things too cheap when you go to thrift stores. So, love this. You're going to see it in a few weeks. Next thing I brought home were these 2 silver pieces. Now, look at this little bowl. Isn't it just so cute, so sweet? It was $1.99, which I think is a fair price. I'm going to be cleaning it up. I don't know if I'm going to be using it today. You'll definitely see it in a future video though. I think it will make a wonderful piece in a vignette. And the other one is this wonderful little case. Look at that lid and check out the detail around the edge. I think it is so precious, and I was thinking it'd be cute to hold jewelry, you know, maybe next to the sink to put my rings in, or maybe again as part of a vignette when you just want to add something on top of a stack of books or at the base of something. It was actually for, inside I noticed it says a warning about tea lights. So my guess is it was originally to use as a travel tea light holder. That's not what I'm going to use it for though. I don't know if I'm going to use it today, but I'm sure you'll see it in a future video. The next thing that I brought home was this jar. It's from Hearth and Hand. It's in great condition still. No chips, no dings, no scratches, no cracks. And they were asking just $3.99. Now, yesterday was half off green tag, so that means it was just $2. Now, this color is perfect for fall, so I know I'm going to be trying to integrate it into my fall decorating today. Not too sure yet how, but you'll see it soon. Then I also brought home this wonderful carnival glass piece. I love carnival glass, and this orange color is perfect for fall. I've seen lots of carnival glass, but I've never actually seen this one piece before. I think because of the size and the shape that it's to hold a wine bottle. Let me know if you know down in the comments down below. And they were asking just $2.99, which I thought was a really good price for it. Definitely going to see how I can integrate this into my decorating today. And then there was one more piece that I brought home. I didn't even try to record it when I was there because I spied it being wheeled out from the back room and I pounced on it as soon as I could because I didn't want anybody else to get the chance to grab it first. And that's this plate. I love this plate. It's so cute with the foxes and the colors. It makes you think it's a vintage plate. It's not. It doesn't have maker's mark on the back. I know I've seen this last year or the year before. I can't remember if I saw it at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. If you know, let me know down in the comments down below. But they were asking just $2.99, which I think is a great price. I also noticed that it's got like this detail around the top. That's a deep plum color. I think this will look fabulous in one of my fall decor arrangements. So that's what I brought home. Now I need to start taking these pieces and decorating my house. Let's get started. I decided to first start on my kitchen counter because I thought it'd be the perfect place to use that plate. I'm using the candlestick to add a little bit of height to this vignette. I'm adding this vase with the deep plum stems. It matches the stems that I used in my dining room. I'm adding a green candle holder that matches the green in the plate and a small little orange pumpkin that pulls in the orange from the foxes. I love the triangle that these three pieces create and how they each individually pull the colors from the plate together. Oh my gosh, don't you just love these flowers? I about died when I found them at Trader Joe's because of how perfectly they match the plate. Okay, now to start on our sitting room, which actually this used to be the dining room, but we swapped our dining room and family room. So we no longer have a family room. Instead, we have a sitting room and a large dining room. Since the dining room is adjacent, I definitely want to pull the plum color that I was using in there into this room. Start with one of the plum napkins that I used on my dining room table. Then I'm going to add this gorgeous copper vintage planter and the copper pitcher that I found in an estate sale. Make sure I put a link to that video down below if you want to check it out. I was able to find some more of the deep plum stems at a different Target, which if you remember, I was only able to find 3 for my dining room, and I was so excited that I was able to find more. I think the deep plum looks absolutely gorgeous against the copper. To complete this vignette, I'm adding this antique glass that I shared with you in a previous video. I'll make sure I put a link to it down below, but it's from the late 1800s. I decided to add the soft white flowers, kind of to create a juxtaposition since I'm moving from summer into fall, and I think it really just helps soften the whole look. Now for my kitchen table, and I always have a tablecloth on my table. I've opted for a white one because I used a white base in my dining room, and I thought I would do the same thing here. I'm going to go with the round dark woven charger because it's going to help contain what I'm going to be putting on top of it. First, I'm adding a dark woven basket that we picked up in Pennsylvania years ago. In front of it, I'm adding this small plate holder, which was a DIY project I shared in my Trash to Treasure video. I'll make sure I have a link to it down below. Inside, I'm adding these really cute fall dessert plates that I picked up while thrifting a year or so ago. To the right, I'm adding my spooner glass that I found when thrifting. This too was over 100 years old. And on the left side, my newly thrifted drawer from Hearth and Hand. Since this is my kitchen table and I love cloth napkins, I picked the green check ones to tie in with the green votive. I'm going to add these napkins into my basket. Isn't it the perfect napkin holder? I felt something was lacking, so I took the jar and I filled it with flowers using it as a vase. I love the way this looks now. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Now I'm going to start working in our living room, and Pippa felt that she needed to be part of this. I don't know what it is. I can easily tell my kids to get off the couch, but trying to tell one of our dogs to, I just don't have the heart. Like I did in our sitting room, I'm going to use a napkin as the base for my centerpiece. A lot of people will use trays, and I do that too, but sometimes the napkin gives the color or the pattern I'm really wanting. Do you recognize my tray? It's the one I did in my Trash to Treasure video, that same video that I did the plate holder. Along with 2 candlestick holders, I'm adding my new carnival glass piece. Wait until you see what I use it for. Doesn't this piece make the perfect remote holder? Cute and functional. The perfect combination. If you enjoyed my video, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next video. And remember, a beautifully set table is a gift to those gathered around it. I look forward to seeing you next time here at the table. Bye.